Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me. I'm Shastine, your local Southwest Washington realtor here in the community known as Austin Heritage. And I have you out today because today, actually, I'm going to just give you a couple highlights about what I do with clients who are relocating into the area all the time, in which they live in another state. They can't possibly be here for some of the other important parts of not only just finding a home, but also making sure that that home is in good structural condition and making sure that everything that they need to have in place is in place for them, so that when they do bring that truck into our Southwest Washington area, they will actually be able to pull up and have one less thing to offer. And of course, as you all know, life still goes on while I am videoing, thus the truck behind me. But today I have you out in this video because today I am going to show you that today, even though my clients live in another area and location, I'm here for them at their inspection, and more importantly, with other partners, we make sure that the house is ready to go. And so without further ado, I want you to know the inspector that's going to be a part of this transaction today, or should I say part of this process today, and of course a wonderful blind company, because if you're looking at new construction, not all builders actually include the blinds in their home. So this is the home right here that we're going to be doing an inspect on. And you might be saying, why should I do an inspect on a new construction home? Well, things do happen on new construction homes, and believe it or not, even on a few of them this year, we found some things, you might say they might be cosmetic, but some of them weren't cosmetic. And so that is exactly why you need to have an inspection done. And if you don't live here, that's okay, because that's why people use me that are relocating into the area, because I make sure to be their eyes, their ears, their hands, and their feet of everything that's most important to them regarding their home. And so this one here is the Chapman by Polish Homes. And today I am out here with the inspector, Andrew. Hi, Andrew, say ya. There's Andrew. With, I'm sorry, what company are you with, huh?
Slopeside Home Inspection.
Oh yes, Slopeside Home Inspections. So if you guys are relocating, you're gonna need to have a good inspection company, so they are a great one. And then this beautiful gal that I have behind me, which is saying, oh no, yes. And what, I'm sorry, what's your name? I'm sorry.
Annalisa.
Annalisa, and she is with, I'm sorry, who?
Budget lines.
I'm torturing her today. She's, yes, window coverings, and of course that's going to be important, because a lot of times, guys, you're going to come into a home and you're going to be so in love with the floors, the countertops, the finishes of the home, that you are going to forget that they may not have blinds on them, or worse yet, you're touring the model home, and the model home actually shows everything completed. So here we are in the Chapman. If you guys watched my original video, probably last year, I did the model home tour of the Chapman. It's right here. You can take a look at that. And it will show you what this home looks like furnished. But when they're empty, they look a lot different. And so with Polish Homes, specifically with this floor plan, right now in this phase, and they change, just so you guys know, every builder may change the options and the standards or upgrades that they put into a home in each and every development. So it may shift. Never assume, oh, Polish Homes never includes blinds. That may not be the case. They could very much include the blinds in one subdivision, or even in another phase, or as a special incentive as they're, continuing on in a specific subdivision. But this home is the Chapman. As you can tell, it doesn't have blinds. And so that's why this beautiful young lady right here, and I say yes, she's young, that she's going to be measuring all of the windows to make sure that the treatments are set up so that when her clients come, they're not moving into a home and feeling kind of exposed. So anyway, this is just part of what she does. And then of course, I'll come back a little bit with you later to kind of talk about the findings of the inspect on this home that Andrew might have found. And just so you know, then I'll explain a little bit about what takes place when you find things that are needing to be done with a home from the inspection results, and how can you respond to the builder if that takes place. So until further ado, I will be right back, but let me go do some blind measuring with our lovely blind gal from Budget Blinds, and we'll be talking right here real soon. All right, we are back because, of course, a home inspection can take about 2 hours, and I know you wouldn't want to stay on this channel for 2 hours waiting. So we are done with the home inspection. Custom blinds, already measured the blinds. We went over to the model home to look how it looked over there, to then give a comparison to my clients who live in Arizona so that they would have blinds in their home. But now we are at the home inspection. And so just so that you know, with certain builders, they want the home inspection done prior to their walkthrough. So then that way the home inspection findings can be turned into them, and they can have these things remedied at the time that the buyers do their orientation walkthrough. And sometimes if there are a few things as far as timing with some of their contractors, they'll make sure it's done by the final walkthrough prior to the closing after their certificate of occupancy is done. But like I said, I am here with Andrew with Slopeside. There's Andrew.
Hello.
And even like with this home, even though it is a great home, there's not a lot of major things, but Andrew, there was still some things in this home inspection that you would think wouldn't be an issue because everything's supposed to be new. And so like with this one, not that there's a lot, but still.
Not a lot, nope, real typical for new construction. We're always gonna find something, but usually minor stuff. So a couple of receptacles, outlets weren't working. It could just be tied to a switch. Not located, but found that. A couple of the GFCI outlets in the kitchen, could not find the reset location, so we'll just have
and they
to
were making a little funny sound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, making a little bit of a sound too.
Yeah, so I mean that's about it.
But really, what is the worst thing that you found doing? Never naming a builder, right?
Right.
But that you found doing a new construction home. I know I found a few things.
That's a good question. One that comes to mind just because it's pretty recent. It was about a month ago. I turned on all the fixtures for about 5 minutes to look for leaks under, sinks and then in the crawl space. And this was new construction and did find a leak in the crawl space, a decent leak just under one of I think it was a shower.
Now, when they say decent leak, he's being really nice. Just want you to know that. So yeah, and you know what, with some of my clients, we've had things from improper framing up in the attic to a lot of water in the crawl space,
Yes,
which crawl space here in Southwest Washington, we get a lot of rain. So a lot of times if grading isn't done correctly, sometimes that means that all that water is going into the crawl space, which you never want to have happen. And so which means that, we had to go back and make sure that those things were fixed. And I am that person in between my clients, so my clients don't have to have those difficult conversations with the builder, or if there's dispute, I am that person that buffers that for you and becomes your voice and your advocate. So with these type of things, it's always important to have an inspection, have a thorough inspection by a good inspector, because they're always going to find things, even though builders do, and a lot of them, you won't have a lot of issues.
Right.
However, you want to have peace of mind, and it's definitely worth, the minimal cost to be able to do it. Of course, cost for inspections will range according to square footage, 2-story,
Correct.
1 level. So, on average, they're around anywhere from $450 up, depending on the added package.
Yes.
And different things that you can have added and how you do the inspect.
Radon test. This buyer's doing a radon test or a sewer scope are a couple of pretty common things to also get in addition.
Yes, exactly. So these were just some of the things in this home. The next thing that we'll be doing in this home is the blue tape walkthrough, and that will be just for little cosmetic things that you may find on a home, just like this, like not a big deal, right? Just little cosmetic things, little nicks, if there is gaps in caulking and things like that. And I do those for my clients if they're not here, because if you're in another state, you can't be present. So I will be here on behalf of my clients doing those walkthrough, taping off, being that set of eyes. I then will video record my findings with my clients live if possible. A lot of times we just make sure it coordinates, and then we're set to go. So it's just as easy as that. And so thank you guys so much for tuning in, so you can just learn a little bit on the back end of what takes place after you get an offer on your home. So, and after, of course, you're getting ready to closing. So anyway, thanks for staying tuned. Until next time, I hope you have a great home buying and selling day.